Hi everyone, my name is Dvej Chandna and I am a Senior Partner Solution Architect and Skills Enablement Team within America's GPS Tech Team. Joining me later for this tech talk is my colleague DJ, who is also a Senior Partner Solution Architect in America's GPS Tech Team. In this tech talk, we will discuss how Microsoft Dynamics 365 ERP systems are evolving with rapid development in AI and Copilot capabilities, and how these capabilities are transcending beyond Dynamics 365 to M365 and other third-party applications such as SAP, etc. So let's take a look at evolving Microsoft Dynamics ERP landscape. But before we get into specifics, let's take a look at our agenda for today's Tech Talk. So we're going to be starting with ERP landscape and AI roadmap, followed by an overview of Copilot in finance and operation apps. Then we're going to do a deep dive into capabilities of Copilot for finance, followed by Copilot for supply chain management, followed by Copilot for commerce. And everywhere we have peppered demos. So we're not going to be talking about the capabilities, but we'll also show you some of these Copilots live in action. Then we are also going to be talking about extensibility aspects for Copilot on finance and operation apps using Copilot Studio. Right. Let's understand how the ERP started and where we are. So ERP or Enterprise Resource Planning started out as a MRP or Material Resource Planning before Gartner termed the coin ERP in 1990. And for more than 2 decades, customer relationship management and enterprise resource planning software have been defined by manual entry and high-touch processes. Since then, businesses have made strides by adopting to cloud-based ERP systems and automating many manual transactions through various means, but have largely reached a plateau. The first applications of AI and ML came in areas of demand forecasting using regression models to achieve high forecast accuracy and short-term demand sensing using pattern recognitions, just to name a few. So, talking about Microsoft's portfolio of AI-led ERP, so as the business complexity grows, companies are using next generation AI to gain competitive edge and operational efficiencies to remain profitable. Imagine a world where your work is not just done, but intuitively understood and efficiently executed. This is the future we at Microsoft are building with our suite of AI-enabled ERP business applications that are finance, supply chain management, commerce, human resources, and project operations, all with existing Copilot-enabled scenarios with a roadmap towards autonomous and adaptive ERP system. We are proud to support over 500,000 customers using our business application products, and with many of those customers being in Fortune 500. And the one common data model across all business applications has enabled us to power up world's first Copilot in both CRM and ERP, covering end-to-end business applications. So next, let's discuss about our roadmap. So our roadmap is towards autonomous ERP, and it is customer-centric in nature. It focuses on two pivotal considerations for successful AI integration. First, our Copilot capabilities start with guiding users on basic queries, empowering them with actionable insights, helping them make informed decisions, and ultimately enabling the system to act swiftly and autonomously with users leading the way, and as AI as a reliable helper. Second, our approach is gradual, introducing sophisticated Copilot capabilities that synergize general AI with other technologies. This not only boosts productivity, but also steers organizations toward more autonomous operations. So let's explore some of the cutting edge AI use cases in finance, supply chain management, and commerce that can deliver immediate value without undertaking costly transformation initiatives. Let's begin with an overview of Copilot in finance and operation apps and some of the features that are common across F&O applications. So Copilot brings a growing set of skills that help users complete various tasks. It can appear in many different user experiences. Here are some examples. The sidecar is the primarily Copilot interface that you would find in finance and operation apps. It provides a natural language chat experience that helps user to work with application functionality as well as data. For example, the generative help and guidance with Copilot feature is provided as a sidecar. And coming to the second pillar, that is embedded. So we do have a bunch of built-in embedded AI capability, most notably the confirm purchase order with changes workplace, where the AI capabilities are built into the page that help users to understand and react to changes in confirmed purchase orders. And coming to the third pillar, that is, or the third type, that is outside or external agents. So Copilot can ask questions about finance and operation data in M365 experience outside of Dynamics 365 realm. So there's just some of the three broad categories that we have divided the broad Copilot experiences within finance and operations. So let's take a look into the examples. So let's begin with a powerful Copilot feature, which is common across the F&O suite of application that empowers both our customers as well as our implementation and support partners. This is called generative help and guidance with Copilot. So Copilot transforms the support experience by introducing a conversational sidecar in F&O applications. So business users can enter questions or express their needs directly in the app. And the system is effective at interpreting the context of user queries and provide relevant, tailored information to help with task completion, which is grounded in periodically updated Microsoft documentations that is publicly available. So future enhancements in this area are expected to expand the system's capabilities so that they include the direct navigation and proactive action suggestions. A pretty powerful feature for both our customers, end users, as well as business users and our partners. Let's take an example of external agent with Copilot. So here you are seeing that how M365 Copilot is able to fetch you information on inventory lookup outside of Dynamics 365 experience. So for example, here the user type, I want to understand what is the inventory of this item in this particular site and warehouse. And as you see, it has provided with the details outside of Dynamics experience. So so this is quite a powerful feature, and this could also be spread across emails and documents, and so the possibilities are so many with this capability, and It's quite a powerful feature as it's showing the future when the business users won't really need to log into the applications just to get to the right inquiry or the report to get what they want. They can just ask Copilot and rely on Copilot for real-time business and operations queries. So that's a very powerful feature that is being available to you. Uh, so let's understand a little bit on what's really going on behind the scenes on what we just talked about. So this illustration shows the architecture that works behind the scenes. Copilot endpoint sends the query that we just asked, like for example, what is the availability of laptop M1501 inside Chicago and warehouse central. So you have to get a better results, you have to be a little specific so that Copilot can fetch the right results. So what's really happening is Copilot endpoint is sending query to the Copilot orchestrator, which then helps the right set of data versus skills, which will in this case map to a set of FNO virtual entities. So the user question is translated into a fetch XML query and run against the finance and operations database through virtual entities to return the results and respond to the user in the right context and based on the current status of the data based on the query against these virtual entities. So the question might arise, is this scenario limited only to inventory lookups? So the answer is no, you're not limited to any one particular table. However, I would want to highlight this is something which is not really an out-of-the-box plug-and-play kind of scenario. You still have to configure certain aspects of Copilot with regard to inventory lookup to it for it to be enabled into M365, and this same capability has been extended to over 2K entities in finance and operations that follow these patterns and that can be enabled for M365 Copilot and which supports virtual entities. So this is an opportunity for our partners to go and build additional such capabilities for our customers based on their needs. So now that we have understood the general Copilot capabilities and FNO apps, let's talk about Copilot for Finance. So Copilot for Finance, which is currently in public preview, revolutionizes financial management by streamlining workflows and enhancing productivity for finance professionals. Through its integration with Microsoft 365 Outlook and Excel, it accelerates decision making and reduces manual tasks, allowing users to focus on strategic initiatives. In Outlook, it facilitates the collection processes by providing direct access to customer insight from Dynamics 365 Finance, which helps in replying to customer and vendor emails. So in Excel, Copilot for Finance enables more streamlined data reconciliation, which includes intelligent prompts when financial data structures are compared, automated reconciliation report creation, and automatically generating insights and suggestions for possible ways to address variances or discrepancies. So the reconciliation report summary and documentation action items are automatically prepared and available and can be saved for future references and auditing purposes. Copilot for Finance and Excel can be used with financial data users that that can bring in data from a multitude of financial systems, including external ERPs such as SAP and other FP&A solutions. So let's take a look at the capabilities for finance in a little bit more detail before we go into the demo. So Copilot for Finance can help collections experience for our account receivable personnel through integration with Outlook. So it helps customer communication at several key levels and provides key features. It provides a summary of customer information directly from the source, that is ERP system. Therefore, it eliminates the need for manual data retrieval. It summarizes the inbound emails in Outlook. Therefore, it helps streamlining the communication process. It helps craft customer emails. Therefore, it ensures the data is available at the right place, and it's clear, and the emails are professionally formed. So most importantly, it is all relying on the single source of truth and storage in the ERP system for critical updates such as transactions, contact information, action item, and relevant customer communication. So this holistic approach not only optimizes the collection experience, but also fosters efficiency and accuracy in AR operations. Coming to Excel, Copilot for Excel is an add-in component that is designed to revolutionize how financial professionals approach their daily tasks. So Copilot for Finance in Excel combines the power of AI with user-friendly functionality of Excel to maximize productivity, enhance accuracy, and reduce the time that's spent on manual processes. So using Copilot for Finance, business users can perform a comparison of data structures per given auto-suggested or user-defined criteria. They can analyze reconciliation results in the system prepared ready report that highlights any discrepancies, and get support and guidance on troubleshooting and resolving any discrepancies. So let's look at how Copilot for Finance will help with day-to-day activities of the collections coordinator and broader finance professionals through the variance analysis capabilities. Collecting debt related informations is one of the use cases. Any unresponsive customers due to outdated contact information would be highlighted. Manual credit status trackings and updates could be done. Any delayed or missed or inaccurate email responses could be done with this. And finance employees manually pulling information from multiple data sources, cleansing and troubleshooting records become obsolete with these features. So this is just an internal Microsoft case study about Microsoft Finance teams trying to use the data reconciliation capabilities of Copilot for Finance to get approximate 22% cost savings in average reconciling time. So this is a huge time saver for an organization as complex as Microsoft. And we're just getting started on our capabilities and features on this. So without further ado, let's take a look at Copilot for Finance in live action. And here's a VP of AI for ERP presenting Copilot for Finance. Let's take a look.
Hi, thank you for joining me. I am the Finance Director at Northwind Traders. My company needs to make business decisions based on accurate and fast delivered financial data. Hence, I wear many hats, from preparing and analyzing cash flow to following up on large customer payments and accounts. What you see here is my favorite report, cash flow. As the industry saying goes, Cash flow is the lifeblood of an organization. And it's true, if more money is leaving my company than we receive, our business will struggle. Our December actuals just came in, and as part of the closing the month, as with every month, there will be differences between what we thought we would receive and pay to what the actuals are. I need to prepare an analysis to identify what contributed to the difference between our expected cash flow and the actual cash flow. In the past, reviewing variances could take days, browsing for multiple systems and data sources, trying to find explanations, days missing to make business decisions based on accurate financial data, like do we have enough cash to invest into a product line. This is where Copilot for Finance comes to the rescue, helping me save valuable time by getting me to insights in a matter of minutes. Copilot for Finance is well versed in what finance professionals care about. It has context on which data sets from financial systems and tables to collect and analyze from. I can identify additional data sources such as detailed transactional reports in other Excel files to supplement analysis. This is the data that I would go through manually in the past. But not anymore. Copilot will be able to synthesize this information and provide the relevant insights. Next, I will type in what I'm looking for. In this case, December forecast that varies from actuals by more than 10%. You can see it presents a concise summary right within my Excel spreadsheet, highlighting the relevant variances based on my criteria for further review. It will show me the data sources these insights are based on, and I can see more details. Let's look at the incoming customer payments. Seems custom payments have declined by approximately 10%. I can add my own comments or update existing ones, which will be included in a report out to key stakeholders. Digging deeper, I can break down the analysis by custom. I see that Fabricam is the source of our dip in payments, and I want to share this result with the account team for quick follow-up. Once again, I will use Copilot to add a summary, visualize my analysis, and share the insights with the team with a single click. Now, this was simple. So far you have seen how Copilot helps me to quickly identify and understand any differences between what was planned and has actually happened. However, to close our books, I need to mitigate those differences by collecting the payments. Historically, our finance department has lost critical time struggling with back and forth communications trying to reconcile our payment view with the customers so we can resolve any differences. Now with Copilot for Finance, I have a purpose-built assistant to help me collect outstanding payments faster and keep revenue growing. Directly from Outlook, Copilot provides me with context to reach out to the customer, eliminating the time spent trying to log into other financial systems and getting up to speed on the latest interactions. I have been corresponding with Jane, who is the account manager for Fabricam. I reply to her and Copilot suggests I remind Jane of the overdue balance, with all the relevant context and information provided by companies' financial records included in an instant. Copilot has done all the work for me and drafts that email, and I hit send. Due to the urgency, Jane is quick to respond, and she tells me there are no payments missing based on her records and attaches the invoices she received from Northwind traders. We run into another common time-consuming process, data reconciliation. Here goes my evening again, looking at hundreds of invoices to identify the issue, while my family eats dinner without me. But it is important our business needs the payments from our customers on time to keep a positive cash flow. Luckily, Copilot cuts through this work for me in an instant. With ease, Copilot can help me compare Fabricam's Excel data with the invoices in Northwind Traders' financial system to figure out any discrepancies between the two. Let's use this prompt to get open invoices from Fabricant from Northwind Traders financial system. As you can see, this created an additional tab in my Excel and provides our view of the Fabricant invoices. Copilot for Finance guides me through the process, suggesting intelligent data mapping to get me to insights quicker. I confirm the sources and inputs and Copilot does the rest. And here you have it. Copilot generates a reconciliation report in moments. It shows me exactly which invoice and amounts are missing in Fabricant's financial records. What used to require manual time working through hundreds of invoices, Copilot helped me to identify more than $500,000 in outstanding payments. We can see the missing invoice in the Fabricant list of invoices and copy it. With this information, let's use the Copilot crafted email response, complete with relevant documents. Now we can pay the missing amount, our cash flow increased, and we can continue investing into our business. Today you saw how Copilot for Finance connect the existing financial systems like ERP data directly within Microsoft productivity apps like Outlook and Excel. I love Excel. I'm a finance person. Without Copilot for Finance, I can stay in Excel, Outlook, and move from problem to solution, analyze variances in minutes, not hours. Reconcile data in few easy clicks, not days, and follow up to increase cash flow, without needing to switch between applications. Copilot for Finance helps me to spend less time on repetitive, tedious tasks and allows me to spend more time to provide financial insights to make Northwind traders even more successful.
Right. So now that we have seen how Copilot for Finance revolutionizes financial management by streamlining workflows, enhancing productivity through accelerated collections, data reconciliations, and variance analysis, let's talk about Copilot for supply chain management. All right. So Copilot for demand planning, which is currently in preview, is one of the Copilots available for supply chain management. It's going to be available in supply chain management premium SKU, as we know, some of the demand planning requirements. But it allows planners to get insights into notable demand shifts between two consecutive periods. In addition, there are a bunch of new features that are being planned in Copilot for demand planning, such as finding seasonality, patterns, and trends in consecutive periods, etc. So that is one investment area in Copilot for supply chain management. Another available feature, which is an embedded experience, is the changes with confirmed purchase order, and which is intended to help procurement professionals review changes to confirmed purchase orders and identify and mitigate the downstream impacts of changes. So it allows workflow when the purchaser first reviews and confirm changed purchase orders that have little to no downstream impact. So you could just pick them the low downstream impact one first, and then it provides a tool to help the purchaser assess and mitigate the impact of changes that have significant downstream impact. Having said that, we're gonna run through some demos for supply chain management. Let me open up my screen. All right. So first, we're going to start the demo of the Copilot for procurement or change management. So we are in our finance and operations environment. and you're going to click the confirmed purchase orders with changes. So Sarah, purchaser, starts her day by looking into Dynamics 365 supply chain management, where she assesses the workspace where she can manage purchase order change activity. So she's going to click confirm purchase order with changes. All right, so this is the screen where she's seeing confirmed purchase order with changes. She can see there are 357 purchase orders with low impact. There are high change orders, high impact change orders, and then there are a bunch of impacted downstream orders. So demo gods are not with me. Let me refresh and reload. Okay, so as you can see, Sarah is getting the essential information, and Copilot has done the work to evaluate the incoming change requests. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to click on all the low impact ones. So click on show in the low impact area. So it's basically showing me all the purchase orders that have low to no impact. So you can select all the purchase orders. Okay. And you could click OK because there are no or low impact. So you can just click OK and it's going to process all these changes. Right. Now, the second leg in the workflow is the high impact changes. So we can click on show high impact changes here. And now it's showing me the purchase orders which has a high impact. So Copilot is displaying the 6 orders with the change requests that will cause downstream impact to the supply chain. So there are 6 orders here. So these are the 6 orders that we can see. So we're going to click next. And it is important to determine the downstream impact of the changes to her ability to fill the production and the sales order. So Sarah asked Copilot to display the downstream impact of these orders with the high impact. So once you click on the order and you can click on the show, it is going to show me all the affected sales order that is going to be affected by this change in the purchase order. So it's showing me all the linked production and the sales order that's going to get impacted. And here is the first concern that the downstream production is going to get impacted on the Kanban production line. So she can see that a delayed delivery against the PO16 is going to be the reason why this is happening. So she can click on the purchase order 16 and she can see that purchase order 16 was made to Fabricam Electronics. So Sarah decides that Fabricam's changes that are requested cannot be accepted because it's going to impact the downstream Kanban production line. So Copilot has helped identify the issue and helped Sarah understand which purchase order and which vendor is causing the issue here. So we are going to go to Fabricam and we are going to notify Fabricam. So for that, we're going to click on the purchase order. Next. And after selecting the purchase order, Sarah can click on the button in the same screen which says send email. So Copilot is going to draft an email talking about these changes. And of course, Sarah has full control on what email she sends to the supplier. She can always edit and change the details, but Copilot is doing all the heavy lifting of identifying the purchase order changes that's going to have severe or high impact downstream changes. So Copilot here has drafted an email to the supplier saying that we cannot accept the changes to the purchase order number 16 because it's going to impact the business. With that, this completes the demo. Of course, this is just one of the capabilities that we have in supply chain. The second one we discussed is applicable to our demand planning application in supply chain management. So for this demo, we're going to take the role of Steve, which is a demand planner. He's ready to kick off the 2024 demand planning process. So he will start by configuring the statistical forecast model. So click on the forecast profiles, and this is how you'd be setting up a forecast profile in demand planning app. So the forecast model uses historical demand data, which is automatically synced from Dynamics 365 supply chain management. So Steve can choose to adjust the data mapping to support Contoso's demand planning needs, such as incorporating any custom fields or any additional data sets. So once the forecast model pulls in historical data, it is cleansed of outliers based on standard statistical methods. And demand planning will run multiple forecast algorithms to identify the best fitting model for the specific data that we have selected. So, but if Steve wants to select a specific model, that's also doable. So Steve can easily add more steps to the forecast profile if needed. And now that forecast profile is looking like it's in a good shape, Steve is ready to run the forecast. So he's going to click run. And now Steve can dive into the results of the forecast. He uses a worksheet to compare the forecast demand to the actual demand at the same time in the last year. And you can see this result is automatically generated by the demand plan. So he wants to start reviewing the forecast at an aggregate level. So he's going to click on group by field here. And he wants to group by region so that he doesn't want to see it by region, so he deselect the region so the view will be grouped only by the product, because he doesn't want to look at by the details by the region. So he's going to click the selection box and going to remove. So he also notices that there is a shift upwards in the demand from June to July. So he uses Copilot to investigate what happened. So he's going to click on this data point and he's going to click on Copilot to ask for the largest shifts that happened from June to July. Or he also has the option to choose from year-on-year basis. So right now we are only interested in learning about what changed in June to July 1 month in the same financial period. So that's now Copilot is providing insights in few seconds to investigate the highest impact of changes without having a need to review every single data point for understanding the change. Now, Steve has finished his review. It is time for NG, the sales manager, to review the plan and compare with the growth target. So, I'm going to click on worksheet. And then NG uses her sales manager worksheet to review the plan, allowing the additional formatting to draw her attention to the regions that are not projected to hit their sales growth target. She notices that Minneapolis is forecasted below target. So she opens a connected Teams chat with Julia, who is the regional manager for Minneapolis, to learn more. So click on the chat icon. So now the team's integrated experience and come into play. So Julia responds to NG about a new in-store experience that they anticipate will help improve the sale by 20% and asks for forecast to be updated. Okay, so now the forecast needs to be updated. We're going to click next, and you could manually go and update the forecast at the aggregated level, which automatically cascades the updates across each month and product forecast. So because NG is the sales manager for US region, she is only able to edit the forecast line related to her territories. So to click next. And once the plan has been reviewed by each department, Anders, who is the forecast owner, he will do the final review and approve the plan. So he's going to click worksheets, and Anders checks the version history to review the changes that have been made by each team. So he's going to click on version history, and you can see that how the plan has evolved over time. It's gone through marketing review, it's gone to sales review, and now finally it's sitting at his review level. So you can find the details by clicking. Okay, you click on the marketing review, you can see what are the changes, who are the executive who has worked on this plan, and at what date. So, and you can see the whole history of changes made by the marketing team during the planning stage. So he notices a comment on one of the sale values. So you can always leave comments, and he clicks on it to take a look. So he clicks on the cell, and he sees a request that okay, or he sees a comment that says that there is an planned marketing campaign which is going to be increasing the target. So he reviews the comment details, and the satisfied comments can either be tagged to specific data points or a plan version, and it completes his final review of 2024 demand plan, and now he's ready to give his stamp of approval. So click next. Click the master planning workplace. And now we are in the master planning workspace, and the planner is going to come here in the master planning to create the planned supply orders for production, planned supply orders for procurement, and inventory transfer based on the forecast and any other demand triggers like sales orders. So we're going to click run on our master planning, and when the plan is complete, demand forecast could be seen that it was incorporated into the planned supply orders that were created. So with Dynamics 365 supply chain management, demand and supply planning are completely in sync, allowing businesses to meet customer demands on time while still keeping the inventory levels down. So we saw how embedded purchase order change control helps the planners in managing the changes, as well as on the demand planning, how a collaborative demand planning approach and how a demand planning life cycle would look like. So that completes my demo on supply chain management. And now we're gonna jump to commerce. So coming to commerce, talking about e-commerce specifically, e-commerce business need to create engaging and persuasive product marketing content that can attract and convert customers. However, it can be time consuming and challenging to create such content, especially if you have a large product portfolio and a diverse audience. So the Copilot for Site Builder, which is a part of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Commerce, offers a comprehensive set of capabilities to enhance e-commerce success. So using Copilot for Site Builder, businesses can optimize their product marketing content for search engines, boosting with their visibility as well as driving their sales through improved search rankings. So they also have the ability to add messaging tones to match their brand and, of course, the buyer segment that they are targeting, ensuring an effective communication at each product level. So they could also create custom messages for specific buyer segments, enabling businesses to resonate with diverse audiences. So let's take a look at the demo.
Serena is a marketer at AdventureWorks, a worldwide leader for luxury sports gear and apparel. They use Dynamics 365 Commerce for their digital outreach and sales. Her company is in the process of planning to launch a new product line of luxurious Yamba surfboards. She plans to leverage the product enrichment option in Site Builder to make compelling product listings by adding high-quality content that is accurate, informative, and engaging. She knows that enriched pages have shown a 5% uplift compared to standard product pages, and tailored content can help build trust and increase conversions. Serena knows that creating high-quality enriched content can be daunting and labor-intensive. It requires carefully gathering and tailoring information to maximize customer engagement and search engine visibility to boost sales and enhance the overall brand reputation. Now, with the introduction of Copilot in Dynamics 365 Commerce, Serena is relieved and at ease, as it provides a completely reimagined way to generate content. Copilot instantly creates persuasive, compelling, and engaging product enrichment for e-commerce websites. She can immediately jumpstart the creative process by using readily available product information such as name, description, attributes, price, and dimensions like size, style, and color. She can tailor the message specifically for their intended audience of surfboard enthusiasts who love high-end surfboards. Additionally, she can adjust the tone of the message to fit their brand as motivational and luxurious. And best of all, she always remains in control to review the AI-generated content. She can augment it with key product highlights and use natural language to further tune the message for search engine optimization and to make any final inline edits before publishing it to the website when she's confident. Serena is ecstatic to have Copilot in Site Builder as her AI product enrichment companion, always available to help her quickly author product enrichment content and enable her to deliver effective marketing campaigns, ultimately unlocking more revenue for their business.
With that, we have discussed the key capabilities and finance and operation applications, finance, supply chain management, and commerce, along with their demos. Now, the question would arise, are these Copilot scenarios limited? Is there partner play or extensibility in play for our partners and customers to go and build some of their own Copilot capabilities? So my colleague DJ would be joining me now to discuss extensibility capabilities for Copilot for finance and operations apps. Over to you, DJ.
Hello, thank you, Luigi. Let's talk about uh, extensibility in Copilot for F&O application. When we say Copilot, we have a lot of surface where we can bring Copilot into conversation. And here we are talking mostly about three ways to do that. App sidecar chat, embedded AI, EM365 chat. We are going to focus on the first one, the app sidecar chat. The second one, we might know a little bit about it. We have some AI embedded directly in our application in pages like purchase orders changed or collection summary. And the last one, the M365 chat, is a way to make available to the user to talk to F&O data even outside of our application. But let's focus on the app sidecar chat. Let's start with a view of the architecture of how the Copilot works with F&O applications. Before we get into how to extend it, we need to understand the basic architecture of how it works. This is a simplified diagram to show where Copilot sits compared to finance and operation application. On this, we can say that Copilot has two main components: the AI Copilot Control and the Microsoft Copilot Studio. The AI Copilot Control is a chat panel that lets the user interact with the finance and operation application. The Microsoft Copilot Studio is the core of the Copilot experience, as it orchestrates the AI models, the data sources, and the plugins that enable Copilot to understand and execute the different user requests. AI Copilot Control is embedded in the finance and operation application. It acts as the client executor, which communicates with Microsoft Copilot Studio and performs the actions on the client side. Microsoft Copilot Studio is the AI orchestration and extensibility point for Copilot. It manages the conversation history, interprets the user intent, and sends the responses back to the AI Copilot control. It also runs the plugins, which are the primary mechanism for adding capabilities to Copilot. Microsoft Copilot Studio accesses different data sources and AI models such as Dataverse, external sources, LLMs, large language models, in order to provide the information and the features functionalities that the Copilot needs. As we are saying, plugins are maybe the core of how we can teach things to Copilot. Plugin, by definition, is a reusable piece of code that can perform a specific task or functionality. So when we think about plugins, we are thinking about things that we want Copilot to be able to do. If I want Copilot to be able to translate the test, to do a summary, to get some data, or to answer a question about a specific subject like balance, for example, this is how we are going to do it. We would add a plugin specific to this or each one of these capabilities that understands how to perform that specific task and send back the responses to the user. When we are talking about Copilot Studio, plugins are the primary mechanisms for adding capabilities or skills to our Copilot. It's how we teach Copilot to do new things. Again, that's the central Copilot Studio is our central orchestration. So that's how we extend the functionality. Let me show you quickly how this concept that we are talking about. If I come to F&O client and I'm starting chatting with the Copilot sidecar experience, and let's say, for example, I want to be able to ask what time is it. It's a simple capability. that I would like Copilot to be able to do. If I do it right now and trying to ask for in the chat, probably the answer I'm gonna get is I don't know. After the Copilot Studio, the Copilot control goes to Copilot Studio, run the orchestrations, I'm gonna see that it's not able to do it. If I go to Copilot Studio, go directly in the Copilot for Finance and Operation apps chatbot, I can add this feature functionality. I can teach Copilot for F&O to be able to execute this. This is the Copilot for Finance and Operations apps chatbot is the bot that is deployed with Copilot for F&O and is hardware. So any customization or any new capability or skill or anything that is already happening in the app experience needs to be added or to be present in this specific chatbot. So once in this chatbot, I can create a topic and I will explain on this topic what it's going to do. Basically, he's going to understand the question about the time and send a message back to the user. So I will give you the current time. Once the topic is done and the publishing process is completed, I will be able to go back to F&O and redo my action, which means I can ask again about the time. And now I can see that Copilot for F&O is able to understand, is able to interpret, to identify my intent and goes back with an answer that makes sense. This is how we can, this is the basic way to extend the Copilot Studio. With the similar process, we can add, for example, documents or new data sources to be used by the Copilot to get an answer. Basically, we can go to the same chatbot, create a topic specific to work to relate it to a specific requirement and provide some additional documents that I might have and I need to be used to generate the answer. So I can extend the generative answers functionality for providing a new documentation or unstructured data. And the last but not the least, when we are talking about still on the sidecar chat, we can also look into what we are calling the pro-code experience. Looking at so far, we can realize that we extended the Copilot with a low-code approach, which means I didn't have to write any line about X++. Any line from X++ code to get the Copilot inside F&O to perform new things. But we can also make possible to bring to life, to bring to users all the business logic that I already have inside the X++ code, inside the codes from F&O, or if I am developing new things over there, I can also make them external or available to Copilot to work with through the client actions. So with these mechanisms, we can extend the sidecar chat Copilot. As we are talking, there are other ways to extend it with AI embedded or with M365 chat, which basically is publishing a plugin that makes available to the chat of M365, so it's able to start talking to our F&O data. I hope that can be useful to you to get a better idea how to extend Copilot. Luigi, back to you.
Thank you so much, DJ. That was really insightful session on extensibility with Copilot on FNO. Thank you. So before I leave, I'd like to leave some additional links here in case you or your customers are interested in learning more about FNO and ERP capabilities. The first two links for Microsoft Partner Resources and Microsoft Academy Hub YouTube channel. They cover all the solution areas and not specific only for FNO ERP. And these are curated and prepared by my team, which is America's GPS Skills Enablement team. And these first two links are recommended for all-purpose skilling needs from learning bytes to level 300, 400 content as well. So do take some time to check the first two links out. And the next few links are specific to AI and ERP, where you could learn about what's the latest and greatest happening in the space. With that, I would like to conclude this tech talk. Thank you very much for taking time to learn about AI and Copilot capabilities on Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations with us.